Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Nita Crochets. My name is Anita. So today we are going to do sporty booty shorts, the shorts I have been making that have stripes on the sides like this. So this is what we are going to do today, and what we are going to use is first a 6mm hook. This is what I usually use for my shorts, and then a 3.5mm hook. You can actually just use one hook if you want, but I usually prefer to use this, my second hook, for the waistline. And then we are going to need a scissor, and finally this is the yarn I use, Robin 100% acrylic. Note it is chunky, note that it is chunky, and this is it. Okay, so let's get started. I am making size medium, so I am going to start with 35 chains. So we start with a loop like this. All right, and then we are going to chain 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35, right? So this is 35 chains. So for the start, we are going to use half double crochet. So I want you to add just 2 chains that are going to start our first half double crochet. 1, 2. So into the third chain from the hook, we are going to yarn over into the third chain from the hook, chain space, yarn through, pull through 1, and pull through all. All right, again yarn over into the chain space, yarn through, pull through 1, and pull through all. Yarn over into the next, yarn through, pull through all. So we are going to do this until the end, so let me meet you there. So we are here, this is our first row. We are going to do this for 9 rows, so let me just show you how to start the second. We are going to chain 2 like this. All right, and then we are going to flip our work and then start from this first space right here from our hook. So this is what we are going to do. Pull through 1, pull through all. So once again, yarn over into the second space, pull through all. So we are basically going to do half double crochet like this until the end of this. So basically this is what you're going to do. The shorts are very simple to make, they're very easy, they don't really have a huge thing about them. If you just learn the basics, if you just learn how to apply the basics, you can have these shorts made, and they are not very time consuming when making. Like, you can make plenty of these the smallest time you have on you. So basically we are going to do this until the end for a maximum of 9 rows. So let me meet you there. here we are. These are 9 rows. Yeah. So from here we are going to start working onto the crotch, working towards the crotch area. So what we are going to do, remember we have 35 half double crochet, so we divide those into 2, and that makes us have about 17 and a half. All right, so we are going to do 17 half double crochets to the center, and in the 18th we are going to put 4 half double crochets. So let's first get started, then we see into how to work around the 18th chain space. So from here we have 2 chains and then yarn over into this. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then in the 18th we are going to put 4 half double crochet. That is 1 in the same hole, 2, 3, 4. So like you can see, you see it's trying to, you know, make that sort of like V here. So this is how we are going to start working towards the crotch area. Remember that if you're making for a size large, you're going to have more half double crochets across. All right, still you will count until the center of how many chains you must have made at the beginning. In the center, that's where you put these 4 half double crochets in the same chain space. So let's move until the end, and then I meet you on the second row and show you what we do on the other row. So here we are. We have finished our 10th row, and this is where we put the 4 half double crochet. So for the 11th, this is what I want to show you because it's a bit different from what we have been doing. So we are going to chain 2, that is 1 and 2. We have flipped our work already, so we are going to half double crochet into this, like this, into the 3rd, into the 4th, 5th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So closely, if we look closely, this is the middle of the 4 half double crochets we made. So this is the middle. So in the middle, we are not going to make 4. Instead, we are going to make 2 in the same space. All right. So from here, we are going to be putting two half double crochet into the center of every tip of this. Whenever we see this tip, we are just going to put 2, not 4. So we are going to half double crochet to the end, and we are going to do this for a couple of 6 rows. So with the 9 that we made in the beginning, and then the 6 we are going to add, that gives us a total of 15 rows. So by the end of all this, you must be having at least 15 rows. So this is what we have, 15 rows like I said. And you should note that from here we made 4 half double crochet, and then the rest of the rows we were just putting 2 half double crochets. The reason as to why we do that is because we want to avoid the shorts getting too wide at the hips, because I really love my shorts to fit like a glove. So that's the reason I keep them in some bit of like form, so that they do not have to like be so shaggy or something like that. I want them to fit like a glove. So we manage the size right from here, because I assume this is our hips. So we are going to repeat this and have a second piece of this. So I'm going to return after that. So here we are. Finally, we have 2 of these, like you can see. So what we are going to do is we are going to cut off one end, so that we work around one of these. So this is the one I'm going to cut. Here I cut, and then I'll just get it through like that. All right, so what we are going to do is we are going to get this first one and chain 2, 1, 2, like this. So we are going to half double crochet up to here, and then we work around the crotch. So here we are, and this is the center, so we are going to half double crochet into it like this. Okay, now we are going to chain 10 and join it to this. All right, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when we make 10, please, you should note that when you're joining, you must make sure you're joining on the right sides. So this is the right side, this is the right side, and for my second piece, this is the right side and this is the wrong side. So you should also mind about that. So as we join these two together, right to the right, so this is how we join. We are going to look out for the middle, which is this here, right here. All right, so we are going to yarn over into this and then yarn through, pull through, all like this. So we have made a double crochet that attaches this to this, and we are going to work all the way from here up to here. So let's do that like this. Let's do it as I meet here right at the end. So now you see that we have joined these two, and this is actually going to be the crotch like this. So we are going to work around it, so we finally have booty shorts. All right, so we are here at the end right here. So we are going to half double crochet around this whole part until the end right here. So we're just going to work normally, even through these chains. It's just half double crochet normally. So let's meet at the end. So I just want to show you how to work around this chain. Into the first chain from the hook, do a half double crochet, and into the next right here, do a half double crochet into the third. Just literally try to find your way through. So if you don't want to struggle finding your way through, you don't have to crochet chains that are too tight. They have to be a little bit loose so you can easily find your way through them. So basically this is what you do until the end of the row, and you do this for 3 lines, three rows. All right, and then we shall start working around the curve. So here we are. This is what we have. So we are going to start working around the curve, and we are going to chain 2 like you can see, and then we are going to half double crochet in this. But remember, we want to make you call it a cluster stitch because we want to do a decrease like this. So we pull through all. So we are just going to do this at the beginning and at the end of the row here, because we are going to have double crochet all the way around up to here, and we are still going to do the same here. We make a decrease. All right, so here we are going to do our normal half double crochet, like this. So let me meet you on the other side and I show you how to decrease, then we start the second row for the decrease. So we have 2 spaces remaining on this on the end of the row. So what we are going to do is, to make a decrease, we are going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over again, and then pull through 1 still, then we are going to pull through all like this. So we are going to chain 2, flip our work like you can see. So I'm starting the second row for the decrease. All right, so we are going to make 3 rows for the decrease because I don't want something that is, you know, so decrease, because the more we do a decrease, the more our thigh gets thinner, smaller, sorry. So if we do a very huge decrease here, we are going to find that the width for the thigh is actually smaller, and we don't want that. So we are just going to do 3 rows of a decrease, and I've already done 1, so we are going to do 2 more, and then go through this same method from here where we did our crotch for this other leg. All right, and then we come back and start working on the stripes on the side. So let's do that. Let me meet you there. So I just wanted to show you how to go about this second leg around this crotch area. I have finished to half double crochet from the start here up to here, and if you remember very well, this is the center of our 2 half double crochet that I said gets us to the crotch area. So when you get into the center here, you will put 1 half double crochet, and then what you will do, you will attach this to this half double crochet. All right, like this. But in most cases, you just have to ensure wherever you put your hook, you don't leave, like, it's not going to leave like a very big gap or space that is going to show. Like now you see, when I did this, I'm seeing some sort of like hole. So if you want to avoid that, you just attach to something like this. So when you attach, you'll do a slip stitch, so it is attached. So what we are going to do, first of all, when we get here, since this was a chain, we are not going to have double crochet. Instead, we are going to single crochet into every chain. All right, 1, 2, I remember there were 10 chains, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So at the end of the day, they have to make 10. All right, 10. So when you get to the 10th, remember we want the half double crochet right here in the center to always be like connected to the previous one, so it still looks like a V-stitch. So when we get here, we are not going to do a single crochet. Instead, we are going to have our single crochet halfway like this, and then we are going to yarn over to do the half double crochet into the center of the 2 half double crochets that we have. So like this, we pull through. So this is what we have. So when you pull through all like this. All right, so basically you just need to make sure that all your stitches are like super tight, so we don't leave a hole like this. So this is what we have. So we are going to have double crochet until the end of the row right here. So you see what we have done. I do this because I want to make this middle part stronger, so it's not just like a chain and then have double crochets running around it. I first create strength onto it because I know this is the part that crosses into the middle. All right, so we are going to have double crochet until the end, and we do, like I said, 3 half double crochets and then 3 half double crochet rows for the decrease, and then we do the stripes. So I've already done my other side of the stripes, so I'm going to show you how to work the stripes on this side. So if you see my work, this is the right side and this is the wrong side, but I usually prefer my shorts to be on the wrong side. So when you're starting, it's according to what you want. If you want your shorts, your right side to be this, then you're going to start the single crochet that we are going to work around all these edges on that side. So for me, I want my wrong side to be my right. So from here, I'm going to start single crochet. So this is my thread, and I'm going to chain 2, pull through, and then chain 2, like you can see. So we are going to work single crochet all the way around, here like this, to here like this, to here like this, until the end. Sorry, the end is here. Yes, until the end. So let me just show you how to go about it. I'm going to single crochet. Literally, I'm not going to specify and be like maybe single crochet this number of stitches. No, I'm not. But where you find a hole or a space that you can work your single crochet, just do exactly that. But at the end of the day, do not place too many single crochets because we want a very neat edge. And you can notice for my single crochet at the edges, I am using my 3.5mm hook, like I told you. But if you want, I do this because I really want something so neat like this, and the big hook is not going to work something as neat as this. So this is when my small hook comes in. So if you have a 4mm hook, it's also okay. but for me I use my 3.5. But when I am working with it, I usually make sure I do not crochet too tight, because I don't want my work to like shrink like this, and then, you know, so you don't have to do something that is super tight. You have to just be have a free hand while you're working with these hooks, so that there is no sort of like difference to show that someone used a hook that is smaller than the previous hook. So basically this is what you keep doing. Wherever you find a hole, just put a single crochet. Make sure it comes out as flat as this. We don't want so many single crochets at the same time. So this is what you do, and you can see we are approaching my my curve right here, and we're just going to single crochet all the way through. If you get here and you feel like your work is like getting super tight, please try to adjust and maybe add a few more single crochet right into the holes. But you just have to work your way through like this. So you're going to work all the way up to right here, yeah, and then when we come back, we're going to put our second color for the fine stripes that we want. So this is the end of our work right here. So we are going to start to do a single crochet with a different color. It's according to what color you have. I have been making so many white stripes, so today I chose to try out black stripes. Yeah. Let me just put this right. Okay. So today I just chose to try out black stripes, and I'm hoping they're going to look fine. So it's according to what color. If you have a very bright color, you can try out black stripes or white stripes, or what you want. Whatever stripe that you want on the sides is what you apply. So today I'm using black. So like you can see, I have attached my black, and then I'm going to do 2 chains, and then we are going to start to single crochet all the way around, like this, and we are going to make 2 rows. Two rows of the black is what we have to do, because we want the black to be visible, or whatever color you want for the stripes, it needs to be visible. So we need those 2 rows of single crochet. So I'm just going to show you something when we get to the curve, because I don't want our work to be like too tight when you're working around the curve. So when you get here, this is our curve. So in this next single crochet, right where you see the curve is like trying to bend, you will put 2 single crochets at the same time, and then again you'll single crochet once and put 2 single crochets in this as well, and then you'll go on with a normal row, like how you would. The reason as to why we do this, we want the curve to come out perfectly and not like pull this work all together like this, because it looks like it is super tight. So that's why we try to loosen it up a bit. So we are going to keep doing our single crochet until the other side, and then do another row of the black, and then when we return we work on attaching the two, and then we do our waistline, and then we have our shorts ready. So I finished my 2 rows of the black. So we are going to work a single crochet of the pink before we attach these two together. So right where you see the curve starting, where you see the curve starting from is where we have to start from. So do not attach your work in the middle of the curve. No, it's going to make our thigh width actually get smaller, and that's not what we want. So where you see this curve starting to bend is where you're going to start your single crochet. So I'm going to attach my yarn like this, chain 2, and then start working a single crochet like this. Please make sure this thread disappears within, because we don't want anything popping out. We want something very neat. So we are going to work it until the top of the shorts. That's where our waistline is. So here we are. Okay, so we are going to attach these two from the inside. So we are going to turn our work. I love my wrong side to be my right side, more so when I'm working booty shorts. So I don't know about you, but then that does not matter, for as long as we have gotten our stitches right, everything will still look fine. So we are going to work single crochet to get these two together like this. Just try to find your way into the work. Find your way into the yarn so you can work your stitch like this. So as you can see, just bring it closer for you. Okay, like so. Basically just keep doing a single crochet and get this together. So let me meet you on the end, and then we'll work onto towards the waist. So we are done here. So we are going to turn our work so that we can look at what we have done before we start. So this is what we have done. This is what we have, as you can see. So we are going to start on the waist. So we are going to, you can choose any side to be your back or your front. So from anywhere that you want, you can attach your yarn there, so we can just work. So this is it. So we are going to do a double crochet, front post and back post for the waist, all right? And we are just going to do 2 rows. So this is our double crochet, like this. Sorry, you can see. Let me just show you a little slower, like this. So basically this is how you work it, and you're going to do this all the way around. So when I come back, we do the back post and front post double crochet. Okay, so let's work our double crochet all the way around, and then I meet you on the other side. I've finished my first row of double crochet. So we are going to start to apply the front post and back post. I have already chained 2, as you can see. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into this first, sorry, I'm using black, so it's not quite so visible as I really want it to be, but at least you can see into this first space from the hook is where we are going to start our double crochet, like this, and then we are going to yarn over and then do a front post. So you actually get at the back of this. If any of you have done a little more tutorials about back post and front post, I believe you know how to work this out, because it literally leaves us with a ribbed sort of like waistline, and that is what we want. And then here we are going to do a normal double crochet, and then again we do, I am ignoring the back post because I don't want to like go so hard on all of you, so we can just work a front post and a normal double crochet, a front post like this. Sorry, I called it back post, but it's actually front post. And then a normal double crochet, and then a front post and normal double crochet, and a front post and normal double crochet, and a front post like this, and a normal double crochet. So this is what we are going to do. As you can see here, clearly you see what it's like starting to create. It's not that visible because I'm using black, but if you had a different sort of like color, it's actually much more visible. So this is what we are going to do all the way around. Front post and normal double crochet, front post and normal double crochet until here, and that's where we are going to attach our work, and then add the drawstring to make our shirts look more beautiful. So finally we are done with our shirts. I made 3 rows for the waistline, so you can do that as well, just to give it a little more length. As you can see, when you're doing this, you can actually, if you want, you can have the pink for your waistline. I just wanted to do something different this time. And if you want, you can have the stripes white, given the color that you're working with. I made my waistline black because I wanted to try out something. So these are our shirts, like you can see. So thank you for moving with me from the start, and watch out for my next tutorials. Thank you so much. I remain Anita, Knit Crochets.